The one, the only, Greg Snowden, Director of Administrative Office of the Courts. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning, Paul. And since you just came off of it, let me, before we segue, congratulate Samson Jackson on a sterling career. You know, we shared Lauderdale County. He's got quite a bit of Lauderdale County.
Yeah.
And for the entire 20 years I served in the legislature, Samson was my colleague. He was always very capable and very kind, and he was so well respected in the community. And I don't know the story. I mean, I just heard. Well, I read it, I guess, on SuperTalk or SuperTalk or on Y'all Politics or something that Samson retired. Been meaning to get up with him, but it's just been a busy holiday weekend. But I certainly want to do that. And I just want to congratulate him on a well-deserved retirement.
Well, we hope it's nothing as far as health or anything is concerned, but maybe just, the light went on, he decided this is it and I'm ready to retire. So hopefully that's it.
Well, I've received no indication of that. Certainly, I don't know. I had a conversation yesterday with Senator Jeff Tate. You know, Jeff Tate is the proprietor of Tate's Fireworks. Mm-hmm. 2 locations here in the Meridian area. And,
whoa! That's we got to charge him now, so he's going to get.
Well, I'm not doing a commercial for him, but my grandkids were in town and they wanted some sparklers and stuff, so we went out and got some. And I just chatted a little bit with Jeff in the store, and he said it generally had come as a surprise to fellow senators, but there's certainly no indication that he had of any health issues. I hope that's not the case.
The fireworks thing is amazing to me because there's got to be a lot of money in it because it's not a continuous business where you do it every month, and you have those opportunities.
Jeff touched on that. He said, for me personally, it may be better that it's intermittent. Of course, he's a state senator. Yeah. He's got other businesses, but he said, he said one thing because it's illegal around the calendar, except these special occasions, the demands pin up, and we have a lot of folks who want to buy fireworks, he said. So you tickle me. I went in, and it's been a while since I bought serious fireworks. We weren't doing that last night. I said, look, Jeff, just out of curiosity, kids were over there picking up sparklers. I said, show me the meanest, nastiest, loudest thing you have here. And he said, and I said, the sort of thing I wouldn't dare buy because I got my kids. And he said, we can't sell that anymore. He said, it's been a while since we did that. He said, it's all about what's in the air now, how they look up in the air.
Yeah.
He said, that's how the business has evolved. So I thought it was very interesting.
Our homeowners association puts on a big fireworks display every year, and it draws a lot of people from the other homeowners associations who don't have to pay for it like we do. But that's just another subject. But anyway,
well, many towns and cities around the state, do that, and City of Meridian has a beautiful display and have for years at Bonita Lakes. And the fireworks are over the lake, and people crowd around and see the fireworks. Beautiful. Really, really magnificent. Yeah.
I don't think you can do one without about $30,000 or $40,000.
Oh, I don't know how much.
It's probably more than that.
But I don't know. I just know it's an amazing show every year.
I will say this is about it. This is a short segment, so I don't want to get into the politics until we get back. I'll give you a chance to pour a cup of coffee. But a couple of other things on here.
Sure.
I did notice this year. From the fireworks, there's always a new addition, and you can tell it because we've been to so many fireworks displays. When you see something different, and there were a couple of ones that I saw, they're just absolutely beautiful. So somebody's out there thinking about this and putting this together and probably doing some experimentation with it, but it continues to be a creative venture to put new stuff out there.
Well, and they do all this stuff by computer. They design it, and they execute it by computer. It's really a science. I mean, I tell you, we blame the Chinese for a lot of things, most of which in recent times I think are well-deserved. COVID and some other things we should blame them for. Well, we can't blame them for fireworks. I think my understanding is they originated them. And we still got them and still love them. So
I guess we're gunpowder.
You got to give that to the Chinese.
Gunpowder. If we didn't have that, we'd be doing fireworks with bow and arrows, and it would be a lot quieter. So it just wouldn't be the same thing. So, how are you doing? Everything okay? You COVID free?
Oh yes, I got both vaccinations, and have been fortunate. We've not come down with it. None in our family have, really, not our close family.
Yeah.
So we've been very fortunate with that, and we've more or less resumed a normal life. We've been on vacation. The Supreme Court, a little over a month ago now, lifted the ban around the state on, requiring folks to wear a mask in the courtroom. So. We're kind of creeping back to normal. The restaurants are back open and that sort of thing. So it's a good thing.
We got some negative publicity over the weekend from Chuck Todd. I guess it was on Meet the Press. And Fauci was the guest on there. And, of course, they singled out Mississippi and they mentioned Biloxi. For some reason, Todd just plucked that one out, the city. And I was noticing yesterday, our latest count here is 242. And I'm not sure how many of those are with the Delta variant or not. Deaths, 4. Right. But we have, 35, 36, 37? It's in the 30s, the amount of people. So it's around 70% or over 60, 65% of the people in the state have not received a vaccination. We don't know how many of those have contracted and already had COVID, so they have immunity one way or the other. But nobody could tell you that number.
Well, it's a personal choice, but gosh, it's hard for me to understand why people wouldn't do it. It's a potentially deadly vaccine. Certainly, it's very annoying and very debilitating. And there's something here that will, by and large, and even the new variant. People are talking about the Delta variant and all that, but the Moderna and the Pfizer, they say they're effective against that. So get your dadgum vaccination, I say. Well,
and I'll say another thing, too, because we had a couple of incidences in the last couple of weeks on this one about people who are still wearing the mask, or mad at some people who are not wearing the mask. And if you're wearing the mask simply because you didn't get your shots and you've abstained from that, then that's your problem. And if you're going into a store that doesn't require it, and you don't wear it, and somebody's going to pick a fight with you because you're wearing a mask because you're vulnerable, then you got to have your own talk with Jesus there, because they are available everywhere and they're free.
Well, that's true, and as I said, it's an individual choice, but there are consequences with whatever choices you make. And one of the things, if you're not going to get vaccinated, you're going to run more risk. Now, that's just the deal.
Yeah, and we understand, and Dr. Dobbs was on with us last week, and we were talking about this, that the Delta variant is attacking 90% more contagious than the regular variety, number one. Number two, seems to be a little bit rougher for young people than the regular variety. So,
I think the main thing I got out of that is it's more